Special edition of Friedman Adventures. Here on YouTube, it's a live show, and we're going to be joined by a really dear friend of mine, but a great angler. It is none other than Jolene Thompson. Jolene, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Good morning to you too, Phil.
Hey, you just finished up an all-girls trip on board the Producer. Before we get into that trip and get into the crew, because I know you're so happy with the crew of the Producer and where she runs out of and your experience, I just want to ask you this question. What is the difference in the vibe between an all-girls trip and being out there with a bunch of smelly guys?
Oh, it's so exciting, and weeks before, a lot of us get so excited about this trip. It happens once a year, and Kelly Auburn Castaneda and Rose O'Brien, they put it together, and I think this girls trip's been going on for maybe 10 years.
Wow.
This was my fourth time. And there is a variety of young ladies that are new anglers and seasoned anglers. There was 26 of us on the Producer out of H&M.
Yeah. And man, that just sounds like so much fun. I'm sure the camaraderie is something that you just won't forget.
Oh, definitely. Friendships are made. Um, I met Kelly and Rose and a bunch of other gals, and we all just went to Alaska together. Some of the girls on the boat on this we left on Friday. We got in yesterday morning. We exchanged numbers. A lot of them live up in your area, and we say, hey, let's go fishing sometime. And I'm
Great.
willing to drive up there and fish with these gals, and a lot of them are. They're new lady anglers, and it is a special trip for us. Being like I've been the only gal on mini boats, through my lifetime, and it's a lot of fun just to have this one special trip in our bag.
Absolutely. I can see that. Robert Graver is joining us. He says he's loving this live update. And Southern Hallie says, good morning. Happy Monday. Great to have you guys with us. Nice bunch of people watching already, Jolene. Let's
Great,
delve in.
great.
Let's delve into the trip itself. It was a 2-day trip, is that right?
It was a day and a half, and we left Friday night, and we got back yesterday morning.
All right, excellent. Where did you go and what did you experience?
Okay, well, Frankie really thought about what he really wanted to do, and so he decided to take us north. The weather was not very nice, but it wasn't that bad,
Yeah.
and so we were heading north, probably in that warm pocket of water where those Dorado are showing up in the yellowfin. And so then we headed west out to the south side of Catalina, and nothing was really happening. And then all of a sudden, Frankie finds the school of tuna, and we were so excited, like, yeah, it's happening. Like, this is what we want.
Yeah.
And so he stopped on the school. They were a little bit boat shy, but not real bad. But it wasn't like it was they were coming to the boat and, like, just taking over, which we wish that could have happened. But still, um, so he would find the fish again. They weren't very far. And then I got hooked up, and then another girl at the same time, Denise, she got hooked up, and we were side by side. We weren't even sure if we were hooked up, and we both got them in. They were probably, say, 20-pounders, and it was game on.
That is great. John Hobbs is on here now, and he says, man, the more the better. We need new people coming in to support the fishing community. And Jolene, you're the best at that. Jolene, did you find anything worked better? I mean, did you have to fish lighter
Uh,
fluorocarbon? What was one of the keys that you can tell anglers about?
well, my go-to was bait, because these fish were, they were probably like 50 yards away from us, 40 yards away from us. So with the wind and the current being so bad, our jigs just went straight down. So I decided I'm going to do bait, and wind in your face. you're in the right place. Get it in the water as quick as the boat, the boat primarily stops. And that's how I got hooked up. I just think that it was a lot easier with the bait, and soaking some of the girls, the two other girls that caught bait fish, that they were soaking it, and they both caught their fish, and with the help of the deckhands, and one girl had never caught a tuna before, and I'm not sure about the other girl, but they both got their fish in, and we kept working that spot. Frankie, on the producer out of H&M Sports Fishing, he was on it all day long until almost probably almost dark.
So you guys were seeing like foamers and
Yeah.
breezers, and so there's nothing more exciting than that, is there?
Oh yeah, it was so fun. It was like, and then they would be in one spot, like on starboard side, say 75 feet out, and then they would sort of disappear and pop over to another location, and we just we had to play their game.
Yeah, that is so cool. What pound fluoro was most effective? What size hook, and were they circle hooks?
Well, primarily, I was using 40 pound because I saw some bigger fish jumping. It was a mixed bag of sizes, I would say, the 20 to 40 pounders. And some of the girls were using 25-pound fluorocarbon with a owner 10 circle hook. And I dropped down in size and I couldn't get picked up again. But primarily, I mean, catching one on 40-pound test was pretty, lucky.
Yeah, yeah. Lighter line definitely made a difference,
Yeah.
huh?
Uh huh.
Southern Halley says he thinks, or he's not sure, but he thinks this fish is moving toward the Channel Islands right now. He's been there the past couple of years. Did you get that indication? Are they pushing further north on us?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, I mean,
We were
where you guys found them near Catalina?
we found them on the south side of Catalina,
Uh-huh.
like
All
right
right.
in between San Clemente and Catalina.
Yeah,
And
perfect. That they've been stuck there for a while.
yeah, it's a weird season.
Yeah, no, hey, we'll take it. It sounds
Yeah,
good. Did,
I
did
know.
you
Let's get it started, for everybody. Let's get those boats off the dock. That's our
exactly.
primary purpose.
Exactly. Did you guys fish at night?
Yes, we did. We did the flat fall night fishing, and there was nothing caught. What happened was after the bait fish, the guys like probably around I'd say about 5:30, say 5 o'clock. They started doing the kite during the day also, but they didn't get anything in the daytime. But it was almost sunset, and there was four kite fish, and it wasn't like we drew numbers or anything. We just gave it to the girls that have never experienced anything like this. They got to hold the rod, but there was like almost a 200 pounder, and there was like 100 pounder, 70 pounder caught by these girls, and just for them to get this experience, and just it's so exciting. We were so excited for them to experience this, because you know um once you get a fish like that, it's gonna sink in that you want to do this again, I would say.
Oh, heck yeah. And did you guys get to see the fish blow out on the kite baits? Did you see any of that going on?
Yes, I heard the big monster came leaping out of the water for the flying fish.
Wow,
And
that
they
is so
they caught it
exciting.
they caught it on a Trinidad, I think it was a a 25 with 200-pound line, mono, whatever they use.
Exciting, exciting. Hey, everybody, hit that like button. Jolene's going to be with us for a few more moments. Jolene, what was the wind and current like at night? How heavy a jig were you guys fishing?
We were told to use like at least 320 grams,
Yeah.
and it held up pretty good. The wind died down a little bit, so it was semi user friendly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm talking to a veteran angler here. Somebody I've fished with you many, many times. You normally come up with the biggest fish on the trip, but you're not afraid of rough weather. So I have to factor that in a little bit. I know you could take anything Mother Nature dishes at you.
Well, I like it when it's nice and glassy.
Me too. Hey,
Mm.
the older I get, the more I want calm, sunny, warm days. No
Yeah.
question about it. You kind of made this comment, but I'm going to let you make a few more comments about the crew and the producer.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about the boat and how good the crew is.
The boat fish is great. Like I said, we had 26 of us. Frankie is a great captain. He was getting fired up over these bluefin tuna, and the crew was so helpful, so nice. They were on it. Just if you had a tangle with your Spectra, they were on it. Digging it out. When we were hooked up to fish, they were right there, and they're really, I really, they have like they almost it's almost like, of course they're a team, but they're more than a team together. And there was Riley Cooper was the young kid. He was sweet. Aiden, the cook Dave, and Captain Frankie out of H&M Landing.
Excellent stuff. Do you have any other tips that you'd want to give anglers? We covered the line and how
Oh
heavy
yeah.
the jigs. I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
that there's anything else you could tell people, but do you have any other tips about this
Well,
bluefin tuna bite?
I just I like to get out there quick. When we're sitting in the galley and the boat turns, that means get up and get out there, get your rod, look for that bait, wait to see what happens. You have to get out first. If you want to fish, you have to get out first. You can't be on the port side talking to your friend, and it's productive. It's That's my go-to. I've always done that. And I don't like to, if someone asks me, what do you like to do? I'll tell them, but I don't like to, I don't like to shoot orders or anything like that. But I think definitely that's my biggest key. And before I go on a trip, I feel that I'm going to catch something. You know, I,
Excellent. Good.
you know,
Yeah.
of course I've had bad trips. Oh, and I have to talk about Barbie.
Yeah, please.
Lucky Barbie. Barbie is so much fun, and it's really silly. And I brought Barbie on the producer last year,
So you're
and
you're talking about you bring a little doll out there, right?
it's Barbie,
Yeah.
Barbie the mermaid.
Yeah. Okay.
and
Yes.
and she's been on every fishing trip I've been on. She's been on the water probably 40 days. I took her to Bola, took her to Alaska, and everyone gets a kick out of her, even the guys. So Barbie, she comes with me every time. She's my little mascot.
There's a guy on here named Carson Colenso, a nice kid. He wants to know if he can borrow Barbie for a night or two. He's a
Well,
weird
I
guy.
I bought her. She's not. No one's borrowing Barbie, my Barbie. I'll tell you that.
I
And I hope I
don't
never
blame you,
lose her.
especially this creepy kid. You don't want his
Yeah.
hands anywhere near
Yeah,
Barbie.
I think I know. But anyway, I just bought Barbie last year when the Barbie movie was out on a limb. She was $9.99 at Kohl's, and then I brought her on the trip, and so that's what I have to tell you about Barbie.
It's a good
Everyone
luck
gets.
charm now.
Yeah.
Tommy Tar wants to know what knots are best. What do you like? What knot do you like to use?
Well, I always use the Palomar,
There you are, Tommy.
and
That's for. Go ahead.
and the of course the RP to Spectra to fluorocarbon, and yeah.
Great. Were you impressed with the amount of fish you saw? Did you see a lot of fish?
Yeah, they were. I mean, the schools, the jumping schools, the breezers, they weren't like a size of a football field, of course, but they maybe like say if you put two buses together, that's that
That's great.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. What's your next fishing adventure? And do you have a charter coming up that you want people to join you on or anything?
Well, I have my own charter on the Pacific Voyager. It's a 3-day, and it's already filled up, and that's September 1st. But I'll probably go again before then because I can't wait a month and not go fishing.
All right, Jolene, it has been such a pleasure. What a great live update. I'm so happy that you and all the ladies had such a great trip. And I really, really can't thank you enough for taking time to join us here on this special
Oh,
Friedman Adventures live show.
you bet, Phil. I really adore you, and I'm so glad we're friends, and we get to live our best life fishing and sharing it with others.
Well, you know the feeling is 150,000% mutual. You know that.
Yep, I do.
Take care, Jolene.
Okay, you too. Thanks, Phil.
Great update.
Okay, great. Thank you.